All right, I'm going to have a go at the Guardian's Cryptic Crossword for Wednesday, August 28th, set today by Brockwell, who I think can be on the difficult side. All right, let's try. Pastry chef initially getting 10 to 1 or 10/1 about fantastic mare. I think we're supposed to break it after pastry. I think that it's going to be a type of pastry. Chef initially maybe starts with C. I don't know what 10/1 is going to be. It's supposed to look like odds, and I think there are different slang terms in betting. Maybe there is a name for those odds. Or is it simply X for 10 and I for 1? And they maybe go about fantastic mare, I think will be an anagram of mare. Oh, I do see we could have REAM to make a cream. Oh, there's a cream puff. Is 10 to 1 puff? But I think it's, yeah, cream cake maybe would be a pastry. Oh, yeah, I'm just not sure what 10 to 1 is. Let's try the downs. Pull leg of monster. Maybe it is going to be a monster. And we have a word for pull and then a word for leg, or is it a double definition? If you pull someone's leg, you prank them, or... Yeah, I'm not sure. How about year ends badly for mother of one? Oh, I wonder if it could be... Maybe one down is a monster from mythology, and two down is their mother. Oh, I'm remembering the way Mindy Kaling introduced Nancy Pelosi at the Democratic National Convention as the mother of dragons. I'm sure, well, I got a good laugh out of it, but I'm sure there were people behind the scenes not too amused. Now, I never watched Game of Thrones, so I don't know the name of the mother of dragons, but I wonder if one down could be dragon, because pull would be drag. But how it... Oh, yes, I think in cricket, isn't there the position on, silly mid-on, and all these different terms? I like that. So I think maybe it's going to be, oh, an anagram of year ends, of course, is 8 letters. Oh, I'm sure I know the characters. Oh, it's Daenerys, I think. I presume it's Daen. I have another E to use, and then the RYS. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure on the spelling there. I'll wait and see if the crossing letters agree with it. All right, pieces of sausage finally eaten by old cat. Maybe it is pieces of sausage. I mean, there's links and... Oh, what's the other? Just the discs. What do you call those? Oh my goodness. Can't think of the word. But then I'm wondering if finally eaten might... no. Yeah. Oh, maybe it's pieces is the definition. Sausage finally is the E. Yeah, maybe that is eaten by 5 letters for old cat. Well, old would be O. Cat could be puss. Ah, yeah, so its musical pieces are opuses. There we go. All right, single fellow on short holiday is most dodgy. I think it is, that's the definition, most dodgy, which suggests an EST ending. Fellow has come up before where it's simply F. I think from societies like a fellow, or yeah, fellow of the Royal Society, you would have FRS. Single fellow. And then on short holiday. Yes, I think the last part is ending in EST is going to be a short word for holiday. Maybe festival, fest, or something like that. What would most dodgy be? Yeah, don't see that. Oh, I do have a P for one across. Let me look up meanings of the word puff. Well, apart from the obvious ones. Well, I found a website that lists all the slang for the different odds. There's some funny ones. 2 to 1 is bottle. 3 to 1 carpet. But 10 to 1, according to this website, is cockle. So I don't think that's it, and I don't see puff. 25 to 1 is pony. Yeah, so although having an F here would fit. Oh yeah, so single might be one or I, and then our fellow. I'm thinking iffiest is the most dodgy. On short holiday, FIEST. Yeah, I don't fully get that. Anyway, let's go back to the acrosses. What winds up Hilary Mantel at first is absurd. I did really enjoy her trilogy. Yeah, so what winds up... Could the definition be what winds up Hillary? Or what wins, maybe? Mantle at first, I'm thinking we're going to start with M, and then something for is absurd. No, I think, yeah, is absurd. Maybe absurd is the definition. And so it's going to end with M. Ugh. Oh, yeah, could it be the first letters? No, we have very bad first letters. W, W, U, H, M. No, that doesn't sound right to me. Maybe what winds up? A watch? A toy? Oh, I suppose a pitcher in baseball definitely goes into a wind-up. No, don't see it. How about government in action is awfully combative? Oh, if I didn't have any of those letters, I might have thought it was going to be an anagram of combative, awfully. But I don't think so. Government... Maybe we put a word for government inside a word for action. And that is going to mean awfully combative. If iffiest is right, that's a funny ending there. S something, I something. Yeah, I'm not sure about that either. I think I've gone wrong somewhere. I'll wait to use the check this button until I've gone a bit further. All right, Joe is wearing coat of secret power. Well, power is usually abbreviated to P. But wearing coat of sounds like wordplay that we would put a word for secret around a word for Joe, and it would be some kind of power. Might. What's secret? A short word for secret. And Joe, coffee? Or maybe it is a famous Joe. Yeah, it might be one of these clues where the wordplay is put in a funny order, as in power should be wearing a coat of secret. And that's going to be Joe. No. Painter contributing to building restoration. So we have a hidden clue, contributing to. So starting with the I in building, we have, and I'm not sure how you pronounce his name. I think it sounds a bit like Onger. Yeah. Someone will correct me, I'm sure. All right, Martyr gets upset with 11. Ooh, I think we are going to... 11 is 4 letters. Martyr is 6, so I think we're going to anagram Martyr plus 11 down. Oh no, sorry, Martyr is 6 letters, so I think it's gets is anagrammed, yeah, with the 4 letters from 11. Yeah, so I think it's going to be a martyr would be saint. Was St. George a martyr? And there might be a bit of a theme here because we have dragon. Let's look at 11 down. Giant conger eel regularly escaping. Oh, okay, so I think we're going to take conger eel and regularly remove letters, and I think we would be left with O-G-R-E, an ogre would be a monster. So then I think gets plus ogre would be St. George. Very good. Is there an ogre in Game of Thrones? I really should go and watch it, but I heard it started well and then gets a little silly. Let's try stars board with acting for Amazon. I wonder if it could be a famous woman from mythology who is an Amazon. Stars bored with, maybe we put a word for acting inside or boring inside of a word for stars, but it's going to have to end in O. Maybe it's a constellation ending in O. Can't think of one. Year in relationship is going very quickly. I think it's going to mean going very quickly, and I would assume it's going to be an ing word. But we have to put a year. Is that simply going to be Y? I mean, I would usually abbreviate year to YR, but I think it can simply be Y. And then we're going to have a word for relationship going around it. Oh, actually, the in might simply be in, so it might be YIN inside of a 3-letter relationship ending in G. And it's going to be going very quickly. Oh no, in is part of the relationship is a fling. There we go, and we're flying. All right, so what winds up Hillary Mantle at first could be an LM word, but what would be absurd ending in LM? Yeah, don't get that. Way to swallow English wine. Well, a way can be a street or a road. If it's a road, it would be R, abbreviated to RD, and it swallows E for English. All right. Crouch with header missing target. Very good surface, referring to Peter Crouch, the football player. I'm wondering if, yeah, I think it's going to be a word for crouching with missing its first letter to give us a target. Well, a target might be the end you have in mind. So I think crouch is bend. Not 100% sure on that, so we'll check at 15 squared what they say. All right, let's go back to the across. Extremely stupid study tips from Sesame Street. I think it's going to mean extremely stupid. Study can be con, but I'm thinking the tips, the outer letters from Sesame Street are S-E-S-T, and densest would mean extremely stupid. So is a den a study? I'm not sure about that, but we'll put it in. We'll again check at 15 squared. Prickly animal ultimately crossed the road. I wanted to be hedgehog, but that doesn't fit. Too many letters. Yeah, I'm wondering if the definition is prickly bearded would fit. And you would have bear as an animal ultimately crossed, might be the last letter of, oh, it's the last letters of these three words, crossed the road, D-E-D, all right. Insect almost turned on dog. I presume it's going to be an 8-letter insect. Almost turned, maybe a word for turned, missing its last letter. And that goes on a type of dog. No, let's go back to the downs. Female called out for interjection from Homer. Well, Homer's interjection is doe. Ah, yeah, and it's a homophone. Called out, it sounds like a D-O-E. We had that recently as well as a type of female. All right, neither way to leave country. I wanted it to be Nar. Oh yeah, so if the country is Norway and way leaves, then you're left with N-O-R. Take shot in game. I'm wondering if taking a shot could be to do with photographs. And you take a snap, which is of course a card game. Yeah, not 100% sure on that, but let's see if... Yeah, so now here's our insect. Oh, maybe the insect is part of the wordplay. Maybe it's a hornet, but we don't finish the T. Oh, but then almost, and then turned. I don't know what a dog would be beginning with H-O-R-N-E-A. Or can I think of a dog beginning with H something R? I cannot. All right. Island's relaxed mood embodied by strong punch. I'm thinking embodied by might mean to put something inside as if it's the body. And a strong punch can be a K-O. Yes, I'm thinking, could it be Kokomo? Now, I'm wondering if relaxed mood is an anagram of mood that maybe goes around the KO. But is there an island Domoko? Mokodo? Oh, there's Komodo, of course, where the Komodo dragon comes from. So maybe the O in KO knockout is the last O and the mood. So the mood actually becomes the body embodied by, yeah, so the KO surrounds it to make it the body. Yeah, that's a tricky one. All right, how about portion of splendid risotto in Elba? Well, portion of, I think, is a pretty obvious indication of a hidden clue. And within splendid risotto, we have Idris, so it's not the island of Elba. It is Idris Elba, the actor. All right. Resisting nuclear threat after evacuation fails. Well, threat after evacuation, if you empty out all the letters of threat, you're left with TT. So I wonder if this could be a word for resisting. Maybe we have something for nuclear, then our TT, and then something for fails. Oh, fails might be an anagram. Ah, yeah, nuclear has 7 plus the TT. And so it would be, ooh, I think we have the letters of reluctant then. Yeah, there we go. I'm pleased with yourself about answer for 1 down. Well, I was pleased with myself for that. That's, I'm sure it's going to be very clever, but I cannot see what Brockwell is driving at there. About answer for 1 down maybe makes me think we're going to reverse, but it's 6 letters, so oh, so the definition is a famous dragon. If you're pleased with yourself, you're smug, and answer can be A, abbreviation, and then you get Smog, who is the dragon from Lord of the Rings, I think, right? Okay. So I think there is a little bit of a, oh, and of course Komodo, I should have realized is, oh, and a bearded dragon? Yes. So I wonder what other dragons, lizards, is there a flying dragon? Okay, so I need to keep this in mind. Ineffective, Chopper Harris finally getting in amongst the French. Well, Chopper Harris was a famous football player known for his physical attitude to the game, to say the least. But here I think probably Harris finally is just giving us an S. Could it be the definition ineffective chopper? Or maybe an anagram of chopper? No, I don't think so. It could be a helicopter. But finally, yeah, I think is the S. Getting in amongst the French. Well, the French could be le, la, or les. Oh, I am thinking if we end in S for Harris, yeah, or that is within, I'm thinking it's going to be some kind of less word. Yeah, I think Harris finally gets in among the LEA, LES for lay. Ah, yeah, so I think a chopper is probably going to be an axe or a knife or a something, and the whole thing will mean ineffective. Ah, not thinking of it. Let's try this 25 down. A king turning up without smart shirt. So I think a king would be AK, and if that turns up, it becomes KA, and that is without or outside a word for smart. And so this is going to mean shirt. Is there a shirt with these extraordinary letters? Ooh, I think I'm going to pause and sip the last of my coffee and ponder on that. Well, I could not think of anything with these letters. I wasn't even sure about that A at the end, but I did go to wordplays.com, put in these letters, and there is a word I've never heard before, kurta. I suspect at this stage it's one of these words that only shows up in the crossword, but apparently it means a collarless shirt. So I was right about a king turning up, and smart is not intelligent, but to hurt. If your fingers smart, then they hurt. There we go. Kurta, I'll try and remember that, but I doubt if I will. How about language? I'm immediately thinking Danish. Course, covering indefinite article. Well, I think a course of a meal could be a dish, and it covers an, which is one of the forms of the indefinite article. All right, let me go back here. Lonely lady on vacation for a bit. Vacation, I think, is going to be like the emptied out we saw earlier. Oh no, after evacuation. So I think we're going to empty out lady to get ly, which must be down here. A lonely spot would be remote. And so the definition is for a bit remotely. Yeah, I think a bit, if you said something was a bit possible, it's remotely possible. All right. Retiring golfer, leading open, prepared to thoroughly postpone. Oh, sorry, thoughtfully postpone. I think leading open might simply be an O, or it could be the G for golfer. Prepared to... Ooh, maybe prepared is an anagram indicator. Oh, retiring golfer might be golfer backwards, but reflog. So if thoughtfully postpone is the answer or the definition, then what's the phrase? Something on, something by. Ineffective. Oh, a chopper, of course. Your choppers are your teeth. So a law that has no effect is toothless, for example. All right, so I'm thinking something on. Leading open, prepared. Thoughtfully postpone. No, don't see it. Swelling C turns up in opera oddly. Well, opera oddly is OEA. I'm thinking the definition is swelling then. Oh, I'm thinking it might be a medical swelling. There is some word like edema. Oh, I bet there's an older spelling with the, do you call it the diphthong? The O and the E together, and I think nowadays we just spell it as EDEMA. Let me pause and look that up. Yes, that's exactly it. And the sea is the Mediterranean, the Med, which is turned up inside of OEA. Paul in Cryptic Post. Okay, well, here Brockwell is referring to one of his fellow setters. Is it simply a hidden clue? No. In Cryptic Post. Yo. Oh, Paul in Cryptic, of course. I keep forgetting the cryptic they sometimes use to indicate an anagram. I'm not sure I agree with that, but I think it is going to be an anagram of Paul in, and it's going to mean post. I think it must be, yes, something up. And then I was just looking at the remaining letters would spell nail up. So if you post I suppose a sign, you nail it up. All right, so this is looking like it is going to be something to do with, yeah, horny, oh, is it a dog from mythology? Or from Game of Thrones, maybe. Turned on. Could it be something is turned on? Yeah, I think I'm going to have to use wordplays.com for this one to see what possible word this could be. No, so it's not an E. It appears there's an insect like a wasp that is called a horntail. And I do know to dog somebody's footsteps is to tail them, follow them around. So almost turned on is somehow horn. Yeah, I don't get that, so we'll have to look at 15 squared to see why that is so. It is an unusual layout that we actually get these four letters all clued, just like we got with rotational symmetry over there for St. George, so I do appreciate that. All right, this was our retiring golfer. Thoughtfully postpone. Yeah, still don't see it. Let's go back up to the top. I think this must be right. We are past the 30-minute mark, so I'll do the check this. Yeah, that's right, but I've no idea why. So we'll look over at 15 squared. I definitely should be able to get this one. Agents, something or other. Government inaction is, oh, maybe is just is at the end. No, I'm going to pause, try and think of what vowel is going to come there and see if the word comes to me. Otherwise, I'll have to use wordplays.com. Well, there is a word. Yeah, I did have to go to wordplays.com. Agonistic. I did, think of antagonistic. So agonistic must be some obviously related word meaning combative. We do have yeah, I mean, we have some of the letters of action are in action. And the G, oh, I think government might simply be the G. Yes, a G plus inaction, and that is awfully telling us to anagram it. All right. Doesn't really scan properly to say it that way, but anyway, that's how these things work. So let me just check that. It is right. All right. So mainly this northeast corner to get. Oh, let me try and finish off the bottom. Thoughtfully postpone. I'm wondering if it could be double E. Bleed on, flee. Yeah. So retiring golfer. I think we're going to have a golfer backwards. A leading open. Yeah, the prepared keeps making me think we're going to anagram something, but maybe maybe an anagram of open at the end. So the retiring golfer in 3 letters is going to lead before the anagram, but then that would be EPON. I don't think that's very likely. Yeah, maybe it is sleep. Oh, I think the retiring golfer must be Ernie Els. I had no idea he was still playing, so I didn't know he was retiring. And I don't know, if you thoughtfully postpone, I know people say, oh, don't sleep on this, don't ignore it, it's there, you take advantage or listen to this or watch this, whatever, don't sleep on. But then you can also sleep on in the morning. Yeah, definitely don't understand that one. So, all right. By the way, were there any other answers that were in keeping with the theme? I wonder if, there was, of course, the famous Red Wedding episode I know of in Game of Thrones, so that could be possibly related. All right, just then the top right 3 to go. Here's our Joe is wearing coat of secret power. Yeah, I still don't. Joe 90, Joe Biden, Joe. Yeah, Joe Dolan. I don't think so. Stars bored with acting for Amazon. Maybe it is another character from Game of Thrones. Is there an Amazon in Game of Thrones? Yeah, no, I don't get that. And then our Hillary Mantel. Let me check if there are any 5-letter words ending in LM other than realm. Although mantle at first, I'm thinking, no, it must be. Yeah, hold on, let me go and check that. No, I don't see any words ending in LM I really like. Maybe whelm, but no, I'm going to go ahead and reveal this one. Silly. Oh, well, that is definitely absurd. But what winds up Hillary Mantel at first? So there's no M, so I'm amazed at that. Yeah, I have no idea where that is coming from, so we're going to have to check 15 squared. Does that now help me with my Amazon? Well, my stars would, I think if they are going around the outside of acting, oh, I think there is some abbreviation for acting. I'm wondering if it could be IC in command. For an Amazon. Let me look up famous Amazons. All right, in my searching, I did come across a virago. I'm not sure if they were a member of the Amazon tribe or just another strong woman of virago. So I think the stars is Virgo, and acting apparently can just be abbreviated as A. All right. So now our Joe is wearing coat of secret power. Thinking tacit. No. Yeah, I have no idea what this is. Which end is the definition? Power or Joe? Oh, G.I. Joe, maybe. I think if G.I. is being clued as Joe, I think that's a little loose, but let's try. Is wearing coat, I don't know, of magic? Coat of secret power. I'm going to put in magic and try my luck. It is right, but I've no idea why. So, oh my goodness, I've quite a few I want to check at 15 squared today. Let's go ahead and check all. Everything else is still there. All right, let's head over to 15 squared. The blog today is by Menehi, who says this is a tricky solve, helped out a few times by the theme. Oh, Puff the Magic. Oh, I never caught on to that. I used to love that song when I was very young. Toothless. Oh, and Horntail comes from Harry Potter. Snapdragon, oh, of course. Our own red is maybe to describe a dragon rather than the red wedding. All right, wasn't sure about, so it is Puff the Magic Dragon. Oh my goodness, getting 10/1. You had to solve 10 and 1. That is very clever. So winds up is ends. So the end of Hillary. Oh, and a mantle. Yeah, like a mantle piece. Yeah, I think I might have misspelled that as a TLE. But yeah, mantle is sill. Oh, that's very tricky. And then Joe is G.I. Joe. Again, I'm not sure about that, but it's inside. Oh, a Mac is a coat, so wearing a coat, of course, and secret power magic. All right. Den is a private room or study. Maybe. And then 22, Horntail, almost all the letters of horny. Oh, is turned on. Of course, there we go. Yep. Let's see. Smog, toothless, yeah. And then on the downs, I think I did a little better in understanding, but yeah, Crouch is bend. And then the surface reading was Peter Crouch. And then 21, sleep on. Oh, it's not that Ernie Els is retiring, it's that we have to put him backwards, of course. plus anagram of open. Definition as in putting off a decision, thoughtfully postpone. Oh yeah, when you say I'm going to sleep on it. Yeah, I see that now. And then I think I understood the others. Let's have a quick look. Oh, there's the reluctant dragon. Good to know. So another theme word. Never heard of Kurta, yeah, and was unable to construct it. Doesn't know. Well, yeah, so I've never, as I say, never watched Game of Thrones, but I have heard of Daenerys, however you pronounce her name. All right. Virago is a sort of lady who used to be described as a dragon. Oh, okay. Anyway, that is today's crossword. That was very tricky, but we've seen that before from Brockwell. I did have to reveal one, and there were another few I was not very confident about. Anyway, that's it for today. Thank you as always for watching, and have a wonderful day.